Hello, Royals. How are you guys doing? Today we have a very, very, very special guest with us. So, about almost 4 months ago, we did this amazing wedding, a royal luxury wedding. And since this year, we have committed to bringing you some of the behind the scenes and to also come forth and educate you to let you know what's really going on. We have a very special guest with us today. Is our beautiful bride and handsome groom, our royal couple, Peter Obi and the new Mrs. Abimbola Obi in town in Houston. Please
Yes.
meet our royal couple here.
Hello, hi
Hello.
guys.
Hi. We say hi, royals here.
Oh,
Hi, Royals.
hi Royals.
Hi, royals.
Hi, Royals.
And of course, you guys know Yosh, my husband, business partner slash Mr. Logistics. He's here with us as well. We just wanted to come and just, talk to you guys and especially let our royal couple, Mr. Peter and Abimbola Obi, the Obis, we call them, just share a little bit about their experience here at Royal Luxury Event. But we'll go a little bit further before the Royal Luxury experience to how they met and when this whole process of planning their wedding began. So let's get to it. Hello, Bola. Hi, Peter.
Hello. How's it
Hi,
going?
how y'all doing?
We're doing great.
How was married life?
It's great. I'm having fun.
Yay!
It's like a long sleepover with my best friend.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Long sleepover with your best friend. That's how it's supposed to be, really.
It's a good
But-
analogy.
I would love for you guys to, let us know like how you guys met
Mhm.
and when Peter asked the big question,
Yes.
and then when you started planning.
Okay. So we met on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So ladies, answer your DMs.
Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Okay, Insta.
So yeah, we actually met on Instagram during COVID.
Oh, wow.
COVID time. So
Okay.
COVID, you're at home, everything like that. But at that time, I met my best friend.
Right.
So I was really
Aw.
excited. Do you want to tell the story, babe?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Everything was on lockdown. Obviously, still wanted to get to meet people, but came across her profile and low-key the rest was history. Honestly,
Yeah.
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 So, and then ever since I met him, we've literally been together. Like it's always been us since
Yeah.
then. And then after that, I believe we started talking. No, probably like week 1, we started talking about marriage. Like, cause I think we were just very serious people and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
And so I knew that was my husband.
Mhm.
I knew it was my husband, just the way he acted towards me, everything like that, how he treated me. I felt safe. I still feel safe, everything like that. So, leading up to the proposal, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know the proposal was happening. That time that it happened, August 2022. Yes, August 25th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, that was 2 years after we started dating.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna happen in 2023.
Okay.
I thought we were going to.
Yeah, technically, you thought it was gonna happen on your birthday. You got dressed up. She was looking nice. And then it's funny because I think I got her a present, some earrings. Gave her a box at the dinner
I'm wearing
table.
the
And
earrings.
she was
It's
like,
like, yes.
yeah, right. But
Wait.
it wasn't gonna happen then.
No, I
but
remember that
it
day
was gonna
so
happen a few
vividly.
months after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that day, but wait. So I was like, okay, he's proposing on my birthday. It's happening.
It's
Because at that time,
happening.
obviously, he already asked my dad. Parents met. Everything happened. So I was like, it has to happen on my birthday. When else is gonna happen? You know?
Right.
Man, I wore this cute white dress. I was
Yeah.
like, let me dress like a bride.
I was like, no, she's looking good
Got my
today.
makeup done, got my hair done. Then we got to the table. He started reaching. I said, this is it. I started getting hot. He doesn't know this, but he started reaching for something. And then he was like, oh, no, babe. Like, I don't want. And I was like, oh. And, like, he opened it with earrings, which I love the earrings. I love them so much.
Right.
But I was like, oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. I said, okay. in my head, I was like, it's gonna happen next year. That's fine.
Right.
It's probably gonna happen around like Valentine's Day or something like that. So, anyways, months go by. It's like my mom's birthday. We go to Dubai. Oh, actually, I thought he was gonna propose to me in Dubai.
Oh, great.
This was in my head because I remember he was supposed to go to my mom's birthday party that we had in Dubai for her 50th, and then he was telling me, "Oh, babe, I can't go. You know, I can't use my PTO." And I was like, "He's lying. He's gonna pop up there. He's gonna show up. All this stuff is gonna happen." It didn't
You never
happen.
did show.
It didn't happen. And I
Yeah.
was leaving Dubai and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of weird. And I was like, okay, it's for sure going to happen Valentine's of 2023. So our anniversary comes up August 25th. I worked that day. I left work early to get dressed. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to go out to eat. And, you know, I know when something's going on with him because he'll start acting like nervous. But he didn't.
Try my
Right.
best.
He kept it cool.
He was so chill, so I was like,
Right.
okay, it's not gonna happen. That's cool. I don't know. I was just in my la la land. He was like, hey, we need to go pick something up at my cousin's. It's your gift or so. What did you say?
Yeah, your anniversary gift.
And I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it because he gets me nice things.
Right.
So I was like, okay, might be a big gift. He didn't want to surprise me, take it to his house. And I remember we were just driving. I was like, okay. Didn't notice the cars, didn't notice anything because I was like, whatever. How I knew that I was going to get proposed is because he told me to walk into a door first. He never tells me, like, he'll make sure everything's safe before I walk in. But I was like, what's going on? So when if you watch the video, he kind of like pushed me in. Like, in a nice
She didn't
way.
want to go in the room.
Because I was like, what's
Like,
going
she
on?
was
Right.
shocked, like,
And when I saw his sister with roses, I said, this is it. And all I saw was black after that. I don't remember anything. Like, I just remember people just people were just like this. And I was like, what's going on? And then our song was playing. I was just like, there's so much going on.
What
in
was
this
the
moment.
song?
What is it? Rick Hassani. Angel. Yeah. So it's a nice song to listen to. So whenever I heard this song, I was like, oh, this is it. Mind you, I still couldn't see the will you marry me or what.
You blacked out.
And
It
those
was
were some
bright.
big lights. Like, you
When I
couldn't see it.
I couldn't see anything.
Oh.
And then at that same time, I was like, man, you know, my mom, she went to a party. My sister went to a party with my mom. I was like,
You're like, man, I should have
Like,
seen it coming.
yeah. And I was like, and in my head, I'm like, what party does my mom go to on a Thursday?
Right.
I thought it was kind of weird. So when I
Yeah.
saw my sister, I said, oh, you were kidding.
Yeah.
And then I saw my little brother. I don't know. My little brother's like my best friend. So when I
Okay.
saw him, I said, oh, it's for sure happening. And in that moment, again, I couldn't see a lot of things.
Right.
I didn't see my mom. I'm not gonna lie. I did not see her. It was just so many people. It was so bright. And then, yeah, he asked me to marry him. And I was like, this is it. I'm an Obi.
You are an Obi.
Yeah, so I was really excited.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I can replay that day. Honestly,
I love it.
my ring. Got my beautiful ring.
Uh-huh.
Got the man
Which
of
I
my
almost
dreams.
forgot in the car.
Yeah.
Another story.
No, now that I think
I
back,
didn't get out the car. Because I'm thinking 100 things that
Yeah.
just happened. Get out the car, we're about to go, and I'm like, oh, let me spit out my gum. That was me going back to the car to get the ring. But grabbed it and,
No.
don't forget the rings, folks.
no.
Don't
But you
forget
were not
the ring.
nervous at all.
Right?
The reason for the purpose,
Yeah.
you know.
But it was great.
I'm surprised she didn't see I was nervous, but definitely nervous.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
see that at all. I
Yeah.
was like, let's just go get my gift. I wanted to know what my gift was.
That's
That's why I was like, I wanted to see what it was. 'Cause I was
Right.
like, I'm used to him like doing like some extra stuff.
Mhm.
That was extra. That was great. That was the best gift ever.
Oh.
So I'm really happy that I went through that with my
Yeah.
best friend. I was
Yeah.
really happy. And then, of course, as a Nigerian girl, when did I start?
Yes. So
preparing?
when after the proposal, when did you say, all right, it's time to start planning the wedding?
I started planning after a year of meeting him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so even before the proposal.
No, but
It's good to be
honestly,
prepared.
like calling venues, all that type
Uh-huh.
of stuff to get my place. I think I did it maybe like 2 days after.
Okay.
Just because I wanted, like, I woke up. I remember I woke up in bed and I was like, And I was like, oh, okay, it wasn't a dream. Like, I had to make sure everything was real.
Right.
Because I felt like a fairy tale. But literally, like, 2 days later, because I was like, in my head, I'm an organized person.
Mm-hmm.
I like things, and I've heard horror
Organized.
stories, so
Mhm.
I just want things organized and stuff. So I was like, let me just start. And I knew that I wanted to get married the next year.
Mm-hmm.
There's no waiting. So
Right.
I literally started planning like 2 days later.
Right.
Now
Good
happened.
for,
That's good.
So, yeah.
good for you. So, after this magnificent evening of proposal, when did you decided to start planning for the wedding? Like, what type of conversation did you have with each other or by yourself
Yeah,
as a
I
bride?
So honestly, I didn't have no conversations with him yet
Okay. Mm-hmm.
because he did what he had to do.
The deed is done.
He proposed to me. He did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, he did an amazing job with the proposal. So in my head, I was like, okay, this is my time. I already knew who I wanted to use, everything like that, dress-wise, decoration-wise, everything.
Mhm.
So I've never had any confusion, but literally maybe like 2 days later, I started Googling all venues in
Mhm.
Houston, Texas.
Mhm.
And my thing is, I already knew we were going to have it in Houston because we're not traveling
Mhm.
out of Houston. Where are we going?
Yeah, not too many people here.
Yeah,
so.
and our
Right.
parents are here.
Your family,
Yeah,
everybody?
everybody. Most
Okay.
of our family's here. Yes, there's
And
people out of
friends?
town. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I already knew it was gonna be in Houston, so I googled all the Houston, Texas venues. I know every venue in Houston by heart.
Great.
I know every single venue by
Okay.
reaching out to them. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I knew the type of look I was going for and everything like that. And I don't think like he wouldn't mind where we had it in Houston, but at the same time he would. But we have the same type of taste.
Mhm.
So I knew what I was like letting go of and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But I mean, literally planning wise, 2 days later. I just emailed every single person. Hello, can we do touring? I think I asked for a touring because
Mhm.
I don't think we picked a date yet because
Mhm.
we're still trying to enjoy the engagement
I
process.
didn't know we was getting married next year.
Yeah.
So at this point, I didn't know we were getting married.
Yeah. So I was just trying to enjoy the engagement process. I just want to see touring, and I wanted to know about pricing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, honestly, why I was reaching out to
Yeah.
you. I just wanted to know, what am I looking? I've never been in this. I've never been married or
Mhm,
engaged or
mhm.
anything. So I wanted to know, what prices am I looking for? What should I stay clear of? Everything like that. So I started reaching out to people. Hi, can I get information about this venue? Pricing, what's included, just random stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
So I started reaching out to people. That's what I started doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I want to be organized. So let me make a wedding, like a wedding email, or not wedding email, like our couple's email. Or
Yeah.
something like
Uh-huh.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Like a
I see that a
duet.
lot.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
first name and last name and then the year
Yeah.
at
Exactly.
gmail.com.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I wanted to do that because again, I'm an organized. I want everything to come to that one email. Everything I'm
Mhm.
doing. So I did that. I set that up. He probably didn't know that. What else did I do?
Which was great because
Yeah,
it
there's
got
nothing
him
wrong.
also
It's good.
informed
For sure.
in everything that you
Yeah.
were doing, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I set that up. I started reaching out to multiple people, and I knew that I needed to be serious when people started saying, "Oh, this date is taken." I said, "Oh."
Mm.
Yep.
I said, "Okay." And I don't know. Me, I knew I didn't want a spring wedding or a summer wedding. It's too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me relax. And
In
plus,
Houston, especially.
too
Yep.
hot.
Yeah.
So I knew like I wanted at least like a year.
Mhm.
I want a year to plan. I'm not gonna get rushed over something that I love, you know?
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, a year. So August 25th. So I was like, oh, that'd be nice if we got married on our August, like the day we or said that we will be together.
Mhm.
And I think I looked at the date and I was like, I think it landed on like a Friday. And I was like,
Mhm.
no. At that time, I wanted 2 weddings.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is when she pulled me in.
You
Picking
were
the
like,
wedding
wait a
date
minute.
and what type of weddings are we gonna have? Because we're Nigerian, so
Yeah.
typically we have
Try
a
it.
traditional
Mhm.
and a regular white wedding.
Mm-hmm.
She knows me.
Yeah. I know him.
I'm
and
a one day type of.
One day event. And in my head, I'm like, that's too much. Like, I'm already
Right.
stressed out
Yeah.
and everything like that. And, you know, he was explaining his side because I will always hear his side. I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. And so I was like, you know, cost.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it can happen. It's just going to be our whole day. I said,
Right.
okay, you know what? Let's just do it. We'll do a full day thing. So I was like, okay, it has to be after August. I said it can't be October because I'm not gonna lie, I'm Nigerian. October to me is like, what's the word? It's just,
I mean,
what's the word?
Like
You
everything's
just don't like
downhill.
October.
Like
if you went to,
weather-wise.
if you went to your wedding in October and it was
That's you.
still husky, like,
And if any of my friends had their wedding in October, I'm not saying anything. It's just like, to me, October is like, I think of Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want my
It's like
wedding
the
in-
weather's kind of getting.
Yeah.
yeah, it's kinda like
It's not as
fall,
nice.
like,
Yeah.
I don't want my wedding in October. I said, okay, October's out. What's after October? November. I said, okay, November, December. I only have 2 options. And in my head, I said, okay, December. I said, I can't do December because we're Nigerian. People go to Nigeria for Dirty December.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to think about that. And I was like, okay, so it can't be after a certain time in December, but it can be beginning of November.
Mhm.
I said, it can't be at the end of November because that's when Thanksgiving is.
Right.
And I said, I don't want people flying out or leaving out of the city to go
Mhm.
see their family and they say, oh, I can't come because of.
Right.
So I said, okay. So I said, you know what? And at this time, I wasn't thinking about numbers. And I was looking at the date of November of 2023, and I said, 11/11.
11.
I said,
And that's a popular day.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
It
I
is.
For that
said, oh, I
reason.
found the
Yeah.
date. And I said,
Yeah.
babe, we have to do this, please.
Well,
11/11.
so originally, because she still wanted to do 2 weddings, so
Uh-huh.
she was
Yeah.
saying November 10th and 12th,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, let's do
Yeah.
one and have 11/11.
Yeah,
Okay.
he said
Like
that. Yeah.
11/11.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
When
Yeah.
11/11
Makes
falls
sense
on a
right
Friday
there.
or Saturday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a lot of people are like
For sure.
Yeah.
for
big
sure.
on that day.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I said, oh, we have to get this date, 11/11. And in my head, I'm like, dang, I'm a smart girl. So that means there's other smart girls in this world who want 11/11. So I was like, oh my God, I know it's already taken. So I started reaching out to places. Sorry, this date's taken. Sorry, this date's taken. I said, okay. So I kind of started losing hope. And most of the times they would be like, oh, we have like the Thursday before the. I said, I'm not having my wedding on a Thursday. What? So I said, no, I want 11/11. You know,
Right.
make a wish 11/11. It's just good vibes.
Right.
I just had a good feeling
vibes.
about it.
Mhm.
And so then, of course, after reaching out to places, because initially what I wanted was a place to have my ceremony.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm going to have my ceremony in a separate place than my reception.
Correct.
Why? I don't know why I was thinking that. I think, honestly, I wanted my reception to be earlier and have a break time
Mhm.
because I knew I wanted to have my reception late.
Okay.
Nigerians, if
Uh-huh.
you tell somebody to show up at 7 o'clock, they show up at 11.
Mhm.
We need to change that.
Yes.
But,
Let's fix that for sure.
Yeah, let's fix that. But my thing is, I was like, okay, let me give them time or whatever. But I was like, you know what? Let's just have it one place. So at the end of looking, searching, finding, we finally found a place. His parents go to that church. We met the pastor, great
He's nice.
facility, everything like that. And I was like, okay, this is where we're going to have it.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay. So we picked this place and plus that place, we picked it also because, okay, so based off other places, we were
Mhm.
going on pricing and stuff,
Mhm.
and we were looking at the hall, and we're like, oh, this is nice, but we can't do a lot to it, how we want to do it. So we saw Holy Trinity, and we saw that it was like a blank canvas.
Canvas. Mhm.
We said we can do what we want.
Yes.
We can do what we want and make it our own.
Mhm.
And so we picked that place. We're like, let's just go all out.
Right.
And that's what we did.
Right.
We went all out. We went all out.
Definitely, Holy
Like-
Trinity, I feel like is definitely a blank canvas.
Yeah.
It's good.
To do whatever you want to do with it. The
Yeah.
space is there. You don't have columns or any barriers, you
Mhm.
know, limiting you from. So it was definitely a great choice based on what you wanted to.
Yeah. Based off what we wanted to do. And plus, I expected so much from our wedding. I wanted nice. I wanted luxury. I wanted people to come and just feel different, you know? And so, again, just based off of the vibes of just making it our own, how we
Mhm.
wanted to look, I was like, okay, let's pick this place.
do. Right.
And I remember his words were literally like, babe, let's make this place so nice that people don't even know where they're coming to.
And that's exactly what happened. Like we've seen DMs after that, like, where's this place?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Exactly.
My friend came to a wedding. So we was at a wedding 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Man, like, this kind of looks like your venue." Like, I thought whenever I was coming to your venue, I was like, "This is where we had our wedding at,"
Mhm.
and like he was shocked because he didn't realize
It
that
looked
it was the
different,
same venue.
Yeah.
It just it looked different and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like kind of like house hunting, have an open mind about places. It's a clear blank canvas, but you make it your own. So
Mhm.
That's
I
good
mean,
advice.
That's the thing. It just depends on the decorator that you choose, which she came all out. Both of them came all out. So it just depends on who's designing it. Like, you can look at somebody like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just depends on what you're willing to put in, the person who's in charge. And
Right.
you could walk in and be like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Is this the same place?
Right.
Like, and that's honestly how we felt whenever we walked in.
Like
Right.
the right decorator could make a venue.
Right.
I that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big part of that was you guys really wanted to not black out the room, but like have the entire room draped in
Yeah.
black,
Sure.
Yeah.
which made a huge difference. That's why nobody can really recognize the venue.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think at the time when you guys booked it, there was no chandeliers yet. I think they
Yes.
installed them
Oh,
later.
yeah.
I think there was.
There
Oh, there
was,
were?
yeah.
There was,
Okay.
but what you guys did, you couldn't even see the chandeliers. That's
Right.
how.
But
crazy
the
it
chandeliers
was.
are nice.
So-
That's- yeah. It was a nice.
Don't
accent
jump the
point.
Kanye, babe. Let's get to the process.
Okay.
So, okay, so I know you started planning like literally right after you were engaged.
Mm-hmm.
You knew what you wanted, or at least you started gathering all the information you needed to get to what you wanted. So, how did you find Royal Luxury and?
All right, you don't even have to finish that question. I found Royal Luxury, I think even before like I met him. I don't know. I'm a girl. You know, we plan weddings. in
Yeah,
our
it's
head.
it's our fairy tale life.
Yeah. So, like wedding dress. I already knew who was gonna make my wedding dress
Uh-huh.
before I met him.
Okay.
So I think I just was on Instagram.
We're just waiting for here.
I
I know, right?
I did.
Everything was in place. Just waiting for the
Yeah, I was
groom.
just waiting for him.
That's good.
But honestly, I think I was just going through Instagram maybe one time. You know, Instagram, they gives you what you want in the moment or whatever. So
Yeah.
I was going, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Mhm.
Oh, she can decorate. Like, it looked nice. So I was like, let me save that.
Right.
It was saved under Future Wedding. That's what my collection was called.
Wow. Okay.
So I saved it under there. And anyway, so whenever, fast forward, whenever it was time to like start planning, I went back because my thing is, okay, now I have options. I have different options and stuff. And so I think I reached out to multiple people, seeing their vibes, cost, everything, availability. That's another thing, and stuff like that. Honestly, my main thing with 1111 was making sure I had the venue and decor. That's all I cared about. Booked. Everything else was kind of like, okay. Because decor is big and venue.
Right.
So I think I
Right.
had the venue booked first. And then I started reaching out to people. And I believe, you know, at that time, I reached out to y'all. And I was like, hey, I really like you. Or I think I did an online thing.
Yeah. You did it online and you did an email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you were persistent. I was like,
because
this girl is like.
yeah, I want my answers. Like, I
Like
want my
now.
answers. And I think
Right.
you guys honestly replied like less than 12 hours.
Yeah.
And so it was you. You texted me and you were like, you know, I saw your inquiry. When are you available? Something like that to come into the showroom. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me just read, because, you know, me, I kind of like things to go quick.
Right.
I don't want somebody to get booked. So I reached out to my wedding planner at the time. I was like, hey, so I got this from this person. Can we, all that stuff. So I think we set up a date or whatever.
Right.
And then we came in and we
Right.
booked. But what's crazy is the inspo pics or videos he sent me was by you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right? And then
Yeah.
it was something that he was like, oh babe, this is nice. And I was like, oh, this is the same person I reached. Something like that happened. So again, we have the same taste.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
it
Correct.
wasn't surprising. So whenever I reached out to you guys and we did the showroom, everything like that, I was like, okay, I felt good here. I was like, this, mind you, we went to other people, of course. We reached out to them, got their vibes. Both of us were big with vibes, and
Right.
seeing, because we're very like, we like what we like. We want things to show, and it's just, I don't know. Here we just decided to go with you guys.
Right.
So that's really it.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like when I got an email from you, when we saw the email from you, and it was also like an inquiry form, almost within the hour. I was like, okay.
Just making sure they receive my inquiry.
I was like, okay, so this person seems like they need to speak to us
Yeah.
ASAP. So that's when I reached out with a text letting you know this Anna Royal Luxury event, and then invited you to the showroom. And honestly speaking, like, I mean, you guys can maybe elaborate more on your experience when you walked into the showroom, but when you guys walked into the showroom and we did our walk around and conversation and talking and all that extra nitty gritty, when you guys were leaving, I was like, they're probably not gonna go.
They probably will come back.
I was like, they're probably not gonna go with us, but you know what? And
Why did you think
But
that?
why was that?
let me say,
Elaborate.
okay, so I can elaborate on that. So first of all, let me just say that, I love what I do, and I'm thankful to God that I'm also doing it with my partners slash business partners slash Mr. Legit, plus my husband, the father of my children for 17 plus years now. Yeah, like
Hi, Royals.
like I'm in love with what God has done, But my biggest prayer here is that God, anybody you bring to me, I will give them the love. And if you want them for us to impact, because weddings especially is not something you do and it's just you forget about it.
Right.
It lives with you for the rest of your life. Your pictures, your videos, your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, all gonna have to see it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's such a great honor that God has put me in this position to impact your life.
Yeah.
And so whenever I get the opportunity to, the door opens for us to go through fully, I'm coming in with full love.
Yeah.
Like with all my heart, all my soul, all my mind, all my being to make it perfect.
Yeah.
But I also understand that a lot of times if the client don't really know what things are costing
Yeah.
and they have certain particular budget in mind,
Yeah.
or perhaps maybe what they see on Pinterest or just pictures tells the story, but they don't really know the cost. Behind it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that is our crossroads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, at Royal Luxury Events, we have a big team that gather with us to produce, but we have to pay them every
You have
2
to pay
weeks.
your
Like
workers, yeah.
it's a regular job, that they have here. And also, of course, the building, the lights, everything else that goes into it, ordering flowers from overseas and all that.
Yeah.
So all that is numbers that, and I will say it again and again, if God can literally pay for everything, I would do it for free.
Great. Yeah.
I would be so happy waking up every day to bless people and just make all their dream come true.
Oh, I believe you.
But obviously, that reality is
Yeah.
the
It's a
reality.
harsh reality.
And so,
But-
and the reason why I felt like you guys wasn't going to go with me is because I felt like when you guys came with that vision, I loved it.
It was too big.
I loved
It's never
it.
too big, but it was
It
too
wasn't
Yeah.
too big for y'all. It was
Okay.
too big for us.
No, I loved it. And I was like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
we can do this.
For sure, yeah.
And just because perhaps you may not see it in the showroom physically,
Yeah.
doesn't mean that Royal Luxury is not able to execute.
Yeah.
Right? But one of the things that I loved about you guys is that you gave me the ears to hear
For sure.
the reality. Because some people may come and they'll be like, oh, well, this is my budget, that's it. Okay, no problem. Then let's eliminate this that you want so much because
Yeah.
it's not going to fit in the budget, right? However, I felt like you guys just gave me your undivided attention and you wanted to listen. You wanted to hear. And it's nothing more important than talking to somebody who's experienced that knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
And I think I made the statement and said, if you go out there and any decor company say they can do this for this amount, run away.
Yeah.
You did say that.
And yeah, because remember, I wanted the whole venue bare
Yes,
floor.
yes, I was,
And you
yes,
kept it real with us.
yes, I
Like,
kept it
you know?
real. I had to keep it real.
And we're like, okay.
The funny thing is, my older brother name is Peter. So I was like, Peter.
But no, you kept it
Yeah.
real with us. Because again, most of the times you're having new couples. We
Yes.
don't know what we're walking
We don't know.
into.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know how much I don't know how much a chair costs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much
And
a
you
chair
shouldn't.
Yeah.
costs.
Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no way you should know
yeah.
that.
Because
anyway.
I mean, this is not something you guys doing every other weekend or every
Exactly.
month.
For sure.
You know, this is a once in a lifetime memory milestone
Yeah.
in your life as a woman, in your life as a young man. So of course, you're walking into something you don't know of.
Yeah.
And you know, there's so many times that I will say to Yosh, I wish I knew Royal Luxury when we were
When
getting
y'all were getting
married.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
but we didn't know Royal Luxury. But I'm thankful to God that I'm able to now. What I wish I knew, I now want to bring it to the table.
Yeah.
In the industry and into any couple's life or any client's life that comes across my doorway, to be a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, we are in it to be a blessing. And so again, my reason for thinking you're not going to come, because I felt like they were like, she was trying to tell us what cost what and what was what and what was what. So I was hesitant.
What, did the cost of stuff come up? I don't remember. It was so
Stuff
long
was,
ago.
Well-
stuff came up a little bit.
remember.
And when you're
but-
talking about the guest count and
Yeah, yeah.
and covering the, I think you wanted the whole ceiling.
Yeah,
and
like
yeah.
from wall to wall.
And
Yeah.
that's a big
And
venue.
you guys
We're
just-
familiar with the
yeah,
venue.
you guys just pretty much laid it out for us that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do what you want,
Mm-hmm.
but you know,
This is the reality
but,
of the
right? So
cost.
it's like
Yeah.
you just can't say everything and stuff like that and
Yeah.
expect it to be free, right? So,
Yeah.
and
And here at Royal Luxury, we're not just gonna say, "Oh yeah, we can do
Exactly.
it,"
And
and,
then
then,
we show up that
you
day
walk
and
in the
it's-
room
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's
And
looking
and it's
like.
not what you expected it
Correct.
to be
Right.
at all.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's important for us to like really rip the band-aid off right quick.
Keep it real.
If the budget is there, where yes, let's do the whole room.
Yeah.
Yes, but I felt like at the end where it was just a sweet spot.
It was even more than we
sweet.
expected. So it's like we
Right.
still got
Way more. I was
what
like,
we
what
wanted
the?
plus more. So it's like, yeah.
I can see everything. Honestly,
Yeah.
I remember
Go
how
above and
everything
beyond.
looked.
Yeah.
I remember how everything looks at my wedding. I said,
Yeah.
oh.
Even as each guest came in,
Uh-huh.
the photographer was taking their pictures. Cause,
Yeah.
Like everyone was shocked
Everyone was like,
because it's like what. The pastor of the church was like, he's never
Yeah.
seen his church look like this ever.
oh
you know?
yeah.
So,
So I think we had a meeting with him weeks before the wedding, maybe like 2 weeks or so, to finish our marriage counseling. I forgot, but I think he was like, "Yeah, y'all did a big one," and I was like, "What?"
yeah.
Because obviously, as a bride, you're supposed to be surprised and stuff. Which he's still like, he didn't say a lot, but he was just like, that hall, I've never seen the hall like that
Yeah.
before.
Oh, wow.
Imagine
I think
somebody.
it was at our final go run.
Yeah, he was
the
like, I've
day
never
before.
seen the
Yeah.
wedding or the hall like that, and I was like, so I think that kind of got me because I was like, okay, like what does it look like? You know? Like, what is it? Because our
peeking.
setup took days. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a one day thing.
No.
Correct.
So
And that's another
Calling it
thing
production.
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
So imagine you're paying these people. You think it's a one day event when they're just coming in that one day to do everything.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
Everything takes time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have your workers there.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all were there.
We were there.
We were there.
Y'all
It was
were
a,
there.
it was a great week.
We
Even
were there.
after y'all were there.
And it's a process.
Yeah.
And it's a process that, you know, we don't show that part
Right.
as often as maybe perhaps we should, or maybe perhaps people should see to understand
Yeah.
why things cost what it costs. But again, we doing it out of love. We don't want to be like, oh, see, I charge you this because I do that, and I charge, you know,
Right.
like we are laboring of love behind the scene, you know, and to make sure that when you walk in, you feel like this is my day. This is what I wanted. This is what I envisioned. This is what I dreamed of,
For sure.
and even more, you know.
Yeah.
So I know there are other vendors that perhaps may charge less, but would they go through the detail patiently, like, you know, like we did, you know? So
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Is what you're trying to say. And that's how it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true.
honestly.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
And we're not the cheapest decor vendor in Houston.
yeah,
We're not.
And you-
we're also
I mean-
maybe not the most expensive, but you
Yeah,
know,
right.
like we keep it
right.
keep it
But
fair.
you guys, y'all are worth the money because obviously, like I said, when we walked in, and I said, okay, I see where the money went.
Yeah, we saw y'all's
Execution.
reaction, and like you said,
Yeah.
we saw even the photographers team,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is a
even,
great
yeah,
team.
our
They
photographer,
came in and
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
"Okay, all right,
Yeah,
we in for a big
he-
one."
he
You
was
know,
like, hold
Josh
on.
was
like,
like-
all right,
And-
yeah. him
and-
and all his other photographers too.
The
like, they were-
funniest part,
everyone,
I think, was
everyone.
your groomsman.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Like they were all
All of them.
screaming.
All of them, yeah. Because we
Aria
go to
was
weddings.
screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we go
you
to
go
weddings.
to
there.
weddings.
We've been to a
Exactly.
lot of weddings
Yeah.
there, so it's like, yeah,
They were all screaming. I'm like, okay.
And honestly, we do get those reactions a lot, but that was definitely
for sure.
top 3.
For sure.
Yeah, like everyone was
For
like,
sure.
whoa,
Yeah.
what's going on here? Is this Houston?
And you know, I'm saying this out loud. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna cry. But you know when you did, because as Nigerians, our parents,
Yeah.
low-key, it's their wedding too.
Yes. Yes.
So when our parents, I think I was focused on our parents when they walked in. I saw his mom, my mom. I saw everybody. When they walked in, they didn't say nothing because they were just like, that's when I was like, yeah.
When they're
That's
speechless,
what's
When
you
they're
know you're
speechless,
good.
they're good. When a Nigerian parent is speechless at your wedding, you did it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because, you know, and by the way, we want to thank you guys also for inviting us to your wedding because
sure.
although we do a lot of weddings, we don't go to weddings.
Because we're too
Our
tired.
job
Yeah.
is
That's a lot
is
of
to
work.
execute and go home, rest, wait till your event is over, and we pick up everything else, right? However, we thank you for the invitation,
For
and
sure.
we honored it, and we came.
Yeah.
And the funny thing to me was your mom.
Who's mom?
What?
Mine?
Your mom.
Mom? Okay,
Your
okay,
mom.
say
No,
mom.
it's a good thing. Like when she saw Yosh and I like came back like dressed up and everything, and we were sitting, you know, by the bar, you know, just relaxing, just watching everybody enjoying. Your mom came to me
What'd she say?
and she was like, I want to introduce you to all my Shobi sisters.
Oh, that's good.
And the reason why she does that is because she's like, you see what my daughter did?
Yes.
All their upcoming 50th, 60th,
Uh-huh,
whatever
yeah.
birthday parties, use them. So that's what they
Yes.
usually do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing also that I want to reiterate, and maybe you guys can confirm that, is that, you know, with Royal Luxury, when it comes to, I'm Ghanaian, I'm African also. So I know a lot of our African culture, how things goes and weddings and events. And there's times where perhaps the main focal point as far as your stage or your sweetheart table and your bridal party / family is the where they put most of the bucks at.
Yeah.
But with Royal Luxury event, I cannot do that.
Right?
It is our policy. We know.
Yeah.
Because anybody who got dressed, got their makeup done, their hair done, to come sit in your
Yeah.
wedding,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are important
For
too.
sure. Yeah.
Look,
That's a
that was his main thing. If you
Even-
rewind time,
yeah.
go ahead, babe. Like,
Even if you're sitting all the way in the back,
this is
you
what
should
he
get
always
the
said.
same service, the
You're right.
same linen, the
Yes.
same fork, spoons, all
Yes.
that. You know, so
He's
I
always said
definitely
that.
appreciate you guys.
It just is such something that has been embedded in me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to take on any event
Mm-hmm.
that either the planner or the bride and groom will come and be like, oh, just focus on no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's not for Royal Luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
Because
that's what I mean. That's where the budget.
A Royal
kicks in.
Luxury room will have to be a full Royal Luxury
The whole
room.
room.
Yeah,
The
the
whole
whole
room.
room.
The whole room or none.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make it to fake it on social media.
For sure.
You know, like everybody that enters that room needs to feel like
They
we
They
wanted
matter.
them to be there.
Yes.
And that's why we were, I know it honestly probably doesn't mean anything to anybody, but that's why we were so serious about the plates,
Mm-hmm.
the forks,
Yep.
the cups,
Mhm.
everything. Like, we don't want you to feel like, okay, you're just a number, not family. You
And
know?
fresh flowers at every table.
And I remember one of my friends texted me saying, hey, I just want you to know you had real flowers on your table. I said, I know. I know.
Like you didn't
Because she
know.
was like, I was like, I know. Yeah.
Yes, like
We wanted everybody to feel like you were a part of the family table. 'Cause
yes.
honestly, everybody that we invited, they're family and friends, close friends that we wanted to
Right,
be there.
right.
So we just wanted everyone to feel as if they were wanted, because you guys were wanted. So
Right.
we just wanted so everything you picked your food up, we wanted y'all to have glass plates.
Yes.
We wanted y'all-
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
not just champagne
Yes.
cups for the family.
Right.
Every table should have champagne.
Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean? So that's the vibes we were going for. But that's literally what he was saying from the get go. He was like, because we've been guests at a lot of weddings, you know, and so obviously we take look, we note things, everything like that. So we just want to feel wanted at a wedding. So we were like, let's make sure our
And not
guests
like
feel
you were
like
the
that.
leftover or
Yeah.
you know, no disrespect out there because you know everybody's budget is different,
Everyone's
right?
different, yeah.
But if you're gonna come out to Royal Luxury, just know that we don't want to do halfway.
Yeah.
It's all or none. Everybody must sit and sit well because they are royals.
Yeah.
We are all royals,
What did
right?
Flavor say? Premium or nothing.
Yes, premium on that.
Sorry.
Gosh.
I had to.
Yes, you know.
But yeah,
cheers,
sure.
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to premium.
Salud.
You know. Okay, so let's talk about your experience at your wedding. How you felt? What was it like? How did the evening went?
Okay. From the start.
Yes, go ahead.
So for me, from the beginning, I said, this is the day the Lord has made. I'm going to make sure I walk into this with good vibes.
Uh-huh.
And I did.
Mhm.
I slept by myself in this big king bed. I made sure the night before I took a great shower.
Mhm.
I woke up and I said, this is my wedding day. Nobody woke me up. I woke up by myself.
Okay,
And I
great.
said, I feel great. And what I did is I walked around my suite and I said, there's going to be a lot of people in this room. Let me just take a moment for myself.
Mhm.
I played gospel music.
Mhm.
I kneeled down by the bed and I prayed.
Mhm.
I'm not going to cry, but I prayed and I said, you know what, God, this is your day. I want everything to go as you planned it. I said, this is going to be it.
Mhm.
I'm going to be a wife.
This is the big one.
Yeah. And you know what? It's crazy. I know us brides, we look at the weather and we're like, oh my God, the weather is going to determine the day. On the weather forecast, I was looking days before.
The weeks before, like,
November 11th, on a Saturday, it said it was going to rain 90%.
Oh.
I said, oh, okay. And you know what? I said, that's fine. My wedding's not outside.
Yeah, we good.
I
We
said, that's
good.
perfectly fine. But it's still in your head. You're like, dang,
Right.
Right.
that day, ask me how much rain poured on that day.
0.
So I was like, okay, good vibes.
Good vibes.
yeah.
My friends came on time. My friends came on. My friends, Nigerian friends, most of them, came on time. When I told them, for example, to be there at 8, they came at 7. I said,
What?
like, everything was just good vibes. Makeup artist came on time.
Mhm.
Videographer came on time.
There you go.
Breakfast was set up for everybody.
There you go.
Drinks were set up. I was in my pajamas. Everything was good. I got my makeup done. I felt good. I was like, this is good. This is great. Like, everybody listen. Like, just do what I want. you know?
Yes.
It's your day.
Like,
It's your day.
I didn't
that's
rush. Nothing was rushed. Everything was like, okay, but like, no, you still have time to take pictures. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Take picture. I don't know what's happening on the guy's side.
Yeah, it was that.
But I was relaxed. I was vibes. They're like,
Uh-huh.
hey, your clothes. Let's take it to the venue. You don't need it right now. You just need it right. I said, yeah, take it.
Right.
Everything was. I had an assistant with me.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. You know, everything was good.
Right.
The day when we drove, taking pictures, perfect. When we drove to the actual church,
Mhm.
cool vibes.
Mhm.
Everything was good. I wasn't nervous walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
I felt like I was gonna go meet Peter. Like I was good.
Yeah.
I was fine. Everything was good. I was like, my dress is good, no stain.
Mhm.
My hair is laid. My makeup is good. My veil didn't fall off. Like, everybody had their flower. Everything was set good. I was walking
Right.
down the aisle. I was like, okay, the church thing, it's over. Now it's time for the reception. Everything started on time for me. Did it start on time? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Everything started
Yeah,
on
it
time.
did.
Yeah, because even the guests were saying
pretty
we
good.
did good on timing. So.
That's another thing. We're trying to be good on time. Reception started at 7. That's what we put on the thing. Walking in, I saw people were happy. Everything. We were eating and drinking. That day for me went well. I had fun with him. Like,
Good.
and I remember he was like, "Hey, babe, let's take a picture." We were at the sweetheart table.
Mhm.
Took a picture. We always look at the like.
Yeah.
I had fun, and honestly, that to
That was a
me,
great day, honestly.
that day went
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
I know
it was a
some girls
beautiful
would
day.
probably say, I mean, this went wrong. No, everything went
Yeah.
perfect that
You
day.
planned very well.
Yeah,
very
everything
well,
went
so.
well. The decor, I didn't have to think, oh my God, did this person get candles at their table? This person have the right fork?
Mm-hmm.
Everything was perfect. I didn't have to look around the room. Everything was
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Everything, like, I had a great time. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah.
Hey,
And choosing the right decor. I mean,
like,
stress
everything was
free
good.
on some things, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
even, like, after, because I think I saw you before I even walked down the aisle.
Yeah.
No, I saw her before I walked down the aisle.
I
She's like,
rode with you guys to the
I know, right?
church.
Yeah, she was
Peter
the
was the
driver, yeah.
driver.
Look, that day is such a blur. But she's like, Bella, are you okay?
Yeah, I think
I
we
said,
both helped get your dress in the back
I
of the
know,
Rolls
right?
Royce.
Yeah, because
Wow.
remember we took pictures and then we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything was just so good, and everybody was just checking. I'm like, I'm good. Is everybody?
It was
else good?
definitely a
Yeah.
special
Yeah,
feeling
everything
Oh,
was
for sure.
good.
Yeah,
Everything was
it was
fine.
a
Like,
special feeling.
Like,
I had a great day. That like I would repeat that day over and over. There's not one thing I would change. Honestly,
Right.
that whole day, everything
Right.
was set up. I mean, people had. I don't know. I had a great time. I had fun.
It was beautiful. It was such a magical moment.
Yeah.
And the room was magical.
The lights.
Key.
The lights.
Key, like,
The flooring. The lights.
yeah.
The sparklers. He surprised me on the
Sparklers.
sparklers.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
No.
I didn't
No,
know.
I
you-
texted
she
you
didn't
guys.
know
I was like,
because-
keep it a secret from her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because she
And-
knows about everything that's going on. Let her have
And so
one
I remember
surprise.
going
So it's
around
like-
to the guys, and I was like, "Look, when she's in here, don't turn it on. We don't want to
Yeah.
work it out."
Oh, like
yeah.
don't do a test run.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not know that. Okay. I knew every single thing about that wedding from the photographer, the photo booth. No, no.
Yeah.
From the toppers of the cocktails
Uh huh.
to the big stuff. I knew everything that I picked.
Right.
So when we were doing our first dance, I was like, I was waiting for things to come up. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's coming. Okay.
Like, I don't see
When
any
those went
sparklers.
down,
Yeah.
I said, what? I was like, oh, this is stuff you see on TV.
Yes.
And then my mom was like, yeah. And I said, oh, you planned this.
So
So,
that
yeah.
was one of the things, that Peter
Mhm.
was communicating with Yosh and I outside of you about, in making sure that we keep that a secret that you didn't know.
Hey.
Yeah.
And so the funny thing is, when we were installing the ceiling decor, the string light, we since we knew that, we were also operating in a way where we were given the space
gap.
that it needed
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be executed.
And the thing
100%.
is, yes, y'all gave space gap. I didn't see space or gap with the light.
Yeah.
Because me personally, it looked cool.
But honestly,
We kept
it
it small.
was full.
unless you know about it.
Unless you look.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I knew about it, so whenever
Right.
we came and looked at the first look at stuff,
Yeah.
I looked
Yeah,
at it, I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
it's there, I
Yeah,
see it.
but that was
if you
only
just
where
look-
those sparklers was. But
Mhm.
we
And there
do
were
have
6 of
behind the
them?
scenes video
There's 8.
that
8.
we've never shown, where him and I were literally going through each with measurement tape, each string light.
Yeah, we spaced everything out
Like
perfectly.
you
so.
could count the size. Everything was exactly to the point.
Precise. Yeah,
It
yeah.
took us the whole day, like
We had a
morning
large
to
crew,
night,
Yeah.
to.
But we had a
complete
good
it.
time.
And no one noticed.
Yeah, we had a good
For the most
time
part,
with
until
our
it was like
with
8
our
p.m.
Royal Luxury
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
As always, Tequila was in the building, so we were happy.
Wait, erase that.
Yeah.
It was not in the building. It was outside.
So we had a good time, and the team, we all do it with love,
For sure.
and we did it with love, and especially whenever I tell them, look, this one we need to pay attention.
Yeah.
My whole team,
Yeah.
everybody pay attention.
We
Yes,
picked
yeah.
the right people to do
Yeah,
our wedding.
I
Because,
totally agree.
yeah, like, we are very specific on what we want.
Yes.
Like, if he ain't happy, I'm not happy.
Right.
If she's
And-
not happy, I'm not happy.
So,
Happy
We both
wife,
have to
happy
be-
life.
we both
yeah,
have to be
like
happy.
if he doesn't like something, I most likely am gonna be like, yeah, Sometimes I'll give some leeway, but nah. For the wedding, I was like, no,
Right.
this is our
Yeah, you
money.
gotta vibe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's important.
There's
And
a lot
it
of other
doesn't
stuff you could
matter.
do with that money.
Either
Yeah.
you're spending
So,
5,000,
Be happy.
10,000, 20,000, 30, whatever it is that you are spending, you still want to be able to see your money.
For sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to see my money's worth.
Yes, as to
Yeah.
where it went, what was done with it.
Right.
It's very important. So we don't play with that, you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Because we all are working hard to be able to provide,
Yep.
to keep our business,
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
to keep our family,
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's not just a decoration business, for example. it's more than that.
Yeah.
You know, we are impacting life, and we are out there doing honest work, and better yet, going above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
Call
I
of
agree.
duty.
Yes. Above and beyond.
Talk about
Above
that.
and beyond, yeah.
Talk
Above
about
and
that,
beyond,
Bola.
For sure. Because there's stuff that we didn't expect, but you guys did it. So
Above
it's like,
and beyond. The whole time he kept saying, "Well, just trust me. It's okay."
Yeah.
I said, "Okay." I only trust. People do I trust myself. Okay.
Say that, Triple.
Of course, I trust my God, everything. But you know, he's like, man,
Yes,
I trust
yes,
him. But
yes,
when
yes,
somebody I've never met before says trust him, I'm like, okay, I trust you.
Mhm.
When I said, "What is this?" Like you did above. I don't even know how to like above and beyond. What's beyond beyond?
Infinity.
to infinity.
Okay. I said, oh. Like I remember I was walking and I was like, "What is this?" Circle
Right?
things.
No,
with it.
she was.
I was like, "Babe, what is this?" Like everything. I was like, "No, you don't even treat us like clients. You treat us like family. Like I feel like I was like your family member who got married or whatever, and you just went out and said, you know what? Yeah, you said this, but I'm gonna do a tap it a little bit more just to make
Right.
sure you're good."
Right.
Like, but whatever you didn't make me say, what did she do? It was
Right.
like, what? Anna. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Same taste.
yeah, like throughout the whole process with working with you, how many times did I reach out to you to make sure things were good? How many times?
Several.
Mm-mm. No.
No,
You left me alone for the most
after
part.
After
No.
we told you what
After-
we wanted.
Right.
After,
Then-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
After-
No, after you guys
She
signed
trusted
the
you.
contract and
Yeah.
locked it in.
When did
Yeah.
I keep updating you? When did I ever text you? Like,
No, we were the one that actually text you for y'all to come and see the mock-up.
and that's
Correct.
big for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not texting you
Right.
like every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
every month saying, "Hey, are we still good? Hey, this," I left my trust in. I said, "You
No.
know what?
Now initially she was probably hitting you up all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
Once
but
she trusted
no,
you,
but
like,
honestly, after a
yeah.
point, she was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I think maybe like a month before the wedding, that's when
Yeah.
obviously we kept.
Yeah.
But before I was like, I'm chill. I'm good
Right.
And
vibes.
she'll even tell me, she'll be like, I know the decor's gonna be good. Let's figure out everything else.
Yeah,
Yes,
everything else.
yes.
Yeah, so I was like, we're fine.
Yeah.
So when I was like, okay, everything's gonna be fine, and when I walked in, I was like, okay. So I did not like you guys. You know when you hire somebody, and you feel like, okay, are you gonna remember this about my event?
Hmm.
I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that for y'all,
Right.
Because y'all knew everything from the spoons to the forks to
Yeah.
what's the smallest thing at the wedding that we had? Like, I don't know, but it's just y'all remembered everything small all the way up. So I was like, okay, I'm good. So honestly, that day getting ready for the wedding, I didn't have to think about the decor. I was like,
Right.
I'm good. I mean, whatever it looks like, it looks like.
Yeah.
But I felt good. I don't even think I talked to you the wedding day until I saw you in
Mhm.
person.
Right.
And
Right.
say, hey, Anna, is this okay?
Hmm.
Is this all right? I didn't do that. And usually I do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like, I want to make sure everything's good.
No, you walked in already feeling like,
I was
sure.
like, okay, everything's fine. So I was like, okay. So after signing off and the contract, everything, I was like, okay, it's in your hands. You said you got it, you got it.
yeah.
I believed you.
And I honestly, I love that about my clients. Whenever they say, Anna, we trust you, you do you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It makes me feel like a butterfly. Like I just want to fly all over your wedding, like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 you know? And, part of me want to go above and beyond is because, I'm spiritual. Is it spiritual? Not religious, but I'm spiritual.
Okay.
The love of God implants very hard in my heart. And also this business is based on God and based on the love that he's shown me that I also want to implement out there. But, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, if a friend asks you to walk them 1 mile, walk them 2. That scripture is like embedded in me. Like I can't even shake it off to save my life if I wanted to,
Yeah.
for business sake.
Yeah.
And God forbid, like, if I don't operate this business anymore, it's because I kept giving too much love.
Yeah. Well, you walked us through, so
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
You know?
To add to your thought, I mean, people entrust you because you have the expertise, you have
Yeah.
the vision, you have
Correct.
the design. Like, I don't have it. I don't have the memory either. Like you said, she remembers every detail that you tell her,
Yeah.
and you know she'll write it down later. But she remembers the vision, like,
Yeah.
and part of it is like we treat you like family
Mhm.
as a client, and the other part is her expertise. Like
Yeah.
she knows what she's doing,
Yeah.
and sometimes we have clients that are like, no, this, I want this and this and that, and then later on they might turn around and be like, Anna, you were right. But for the most part, when clients come into our showroom, if they just entrust Anna with the overall vision, like, it's gonna look perfect.
Okay.
But for
And they're gonna be
me,
very
when
happy.
they walk in and the moment they tell me their vision, I can
You
already,
already, yeah.
like I've already, it's like
Your
my
mind is
mind
already,
goes
yeah.
like a computer, like like I
AI.
see the colors, I see,
Yeah.
and if I don't see it, I'll be like, I think we should do it this way or this way. Like I always love to redirect, but if they don't accept it, I back away.
Quick.
And I
Right.
believe that because when we walked in, we had our vision. You were like, "How about this chair instead?"
Correct. Or yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, and I'll be like,
And we looked at it and
"Oh,
it was oh, this is better.
yeah, this kind of does look better."
Yeah.
You're like, "How about this cup?" Like, you'll kind of let us see, because going into the wedding, you're like, "I want it this way. I want it that way." But sometimes it's like, yeah, you see it like that, but let's see somebody who's done it 1, 2, 3,
Right,
4,
right.
however many times they
Yeah.
have different.
So one of the exciting things in getting ready for your wedding decor production was us being able to give you like a demo, especially in regards to the string light, because I know
Yes.
that was one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
That was our centerpiece.
Must have.
Yeah, that was our
A
the
must-have
showstopper.
Must have.
Right.
So that was one of the things that we kind of talked about, but that was a must-have for me. I
Yeah.
needed those lights.
Initially, I was like, "It's okay, we don't have to do it," and he was like, "If we don't do it, ain't no wedding gonna happen." Like,
Well,
no,
not
no
wedding.
centerpiece, like what is the main focus? It's gonna be a regular wedding. That's
Yeah,
pretty much what
correct.
he said.
Yeah.
If there's no lights, there is no main
It wasn't
difference.
gonna be our wedding.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
Like,
different.
And if we were gonna do everything on one day, I wanted her to have the best wedding ever. So
He
it's
was
like
so focused
those
on
lights needed to be there.
Yeah,
And that
Yeah.
really set it apart.
It did.
And
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie,
It is.
that set it apart.
And shout out to him.
Everyone kept telling me like those
And no
lights,
shade.
like,
The lights were the
And nobody in
Yeah.
Houston have ever done that.
Ever.
Yeah, I haven't
Ever.
seen that
And-
yet. Hey,
Yeah.
if they do it, I'm sure it's gonna be
I
even
told
better.
them, come to Rolex.
Rolex, yeah, but for
Who's
sure.
Rolex.
and originally you wanted it for the entire ballroom, right?
So honestly, what did we initially want? Cause he came
So
up with the idea.
initially, as far as the lighting and like just the decoration stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all out.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
wanted all
like
we wanted-
the whole
we
room.
wanted the whole-
ceiling.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All out would have been
Because-
definitely the
Yeah.
whole.
So
Yeah.
our day was
No,
11,
that was the initial thing.
So it was more so Make a Wish, stars, all
Stars,
that
vibes,
in
you
the
know.
sky. Rolls Royce, stars in the sky type stuff, right?
Right.
So mirrored floors, that way. Mirrored tabletops,
Uh-huh.
every table, right? So
Uh-huh.
it's like we wanted to go all out. Obviously, we work regular jobs, but for our 50th, we're going all out.
We
got it.
receive it.
But yeah,
Wait,
so
sorry, 50th. We're gonna have
I know you said 50,
mirror
right?
floors, mirror tabletop.
You
Just
heard
at
that?
our house.
Yeah. It's on camera, so.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But she's just decorated our house, so.
That's fine.
But
I want
listen.
everything mirrored. I want everything mirrored.
But listen, I'm glad you guys are talking about this because a lot of times, again, aside from a lot of client not knowing what things cost,
Yeah.
there's also y'all had a vision, and perhaps the budget you set for that vision.
Yes, I have.
It was in your head, right? But then when it came to paper and reality, you had to move that
Yeah,
budget.
We had to kind of change
And
some things up.
exactly. And so what did you do? You moved it up.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we sure did.
You-
Okay, this we can talk about. Babe, what was our starting budget?
They sure did. They
I
moved
said,
our
what
budget.
was our starting budget?
After talking to
That's it.
Royal Luxury.
Rooms, be involved. But yeah, we started, I think, 40, 50.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
40 was not our starting budget.
Yeah.
Mine,
For everything.
Internally.
Yes.
50K was our starting.
Yeah.
We said after 50, we're done.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was for the
You
entire.
just it was just the
Everything.
decor.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
What?
It was decor.
Well,
It ended up being the decor.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So starting budget was for everything.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
But
50.
whatever your starting budget is, just double it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you right
Pretty
now.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Just double it. Triple
Or
it. if you need
triple
to.
it.
Triple it if you need to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you know, again, do what makes sense in your pockets, everything like that.
Facts, facts.
But I think what our main goal was, because again, we are going based off of a budget that we never had a wedding before. We didn't
Right.
know how much chairs cost.
Right.
We didn't know how much. Oh my God, flowers!
Yes.
I did not know how much flowers cost.
Yeah.
Real flowers.
Mhm.
I didn't know how much all these
The
things
one that grows for
cost.
free.
I started talking about, babe, let's just cut flowers from our garden and all that type of stuff. But honestly, I didn't know how much flowers costed. So again,
Even chairs, just. I mean,
nah,
everything.
chairs are expensive. Look,
Everything.
during the wedding time, we were like, hey, look at that person. They're sitting on this. How much was that chair that they're sitting on? But no. But honestly, just be open to it. Make sure you save. But again, it just depends on the person, what they want, everything like that. But nah, chairs cost. Flowers
Everything costs.
Food.
Charger
everything.
plate
Seal in the
costs.
car.
Yeah.
Silverware
Decor.
card.
And
It
I
costs.
feel like especially after, COVID and all that, some of
Mhm.
that, prices
Oh.
went up. So
Yeah.
we just happened to
It
get
did.
married right when prices was going up. on
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
things, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, the good thing that I did like about y'all is that, again, we never had a wedding. This is our first time. One thing that I really liked is that you guys gave us the opportunity to see what we were going to expect.
Oh, the line items on the invoice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
You're right.
I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Everything like that makes sense. And then you guys also gave us an option to see what the lights were gonna look like. Because
Mhm.
again, we had this vision in our head.
Mhm.
We're like, we're just gonna walk into something. You're like, hey y'all,
Right.
we'll do a demo for y'all. And we're like,
Mhm.
a demo?
yeah.
Again, we were like, okay, so we're gonna see what it's kind of gonna look like.
Mhm.
We came in and we were happy. We was
Sure.
we was ready for the wedding.
I was like,
Yeah.
like I remember that day. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were definitely.
She
Yeah.
cried.
Yeah, I
She
cried
actually
because I was
cried.
like, okay, so
Yeah.
I think I cried because when I expect something and you do it, and I'm like, okay, you get the vibe we're going for. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you get it.
Yeah.
So I cried because I'm not gonna be embarrassed that day.
No, and just to elaborate to give context to the people that are listening, the demo we set up was a 16 by 16 frame in our warehouse
Yep.
that made our bride cry. But what we did at the venue was 40 feet by 70 feet.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got a little
Yes.
fraction of what we were gonna
And that was
see.
like way more massive than a 16 by
Yeah.
16. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
Like
Amazing.
I walked in. I think didn't y'all tell us to close our eyes when we were walking in or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
we did,
you.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay. And when we opened, I said, I just
Yeah.
saw lights, and I was like, oh.
So we was delivering drinks, me and my brother, the day before.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wasn't looking. I was trying not to. I just hear my
Say
brother.
the
I just hear my
trumpeter.
brother. Oh! And I'm like, and I knew he looked. And then I was like, okay, yeah, he kind of ruined it. So then I had to kind of look at the side. I was like, oh my god.
I saw you that day.
Yeah,
I, think.
yeah.
I was
You
like,
was
no
there.
peeking, no
Yeah,
peeking.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I went to
like,
close
no,
the
pick it.
doors.
I was like, no, leave the
No.
boxes right here.
Yeah.
We got it.
And
We
it's
here.
one of those things, and maybe 20 years from now, like cameras will catch up, but
Uh-huh.
the cameras, the videos don't do it justice.
You're right. When
Yeah.
you're
You
standing
You have to
under
be
it,
there.
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
there.
you're right.
Like-
Especially all our guests who showed up, bridesmaids, groomsmen's,
Yeah.
who showed up and they were sitting at the table, especially the ones that were reflecting.
Mhm.
You were like,
Oh, the
no,
mirror
this looks
cameras,
like
yeah, right
You
interesting.
don't
under
forget that. You will never forget that wedding.
If somebody comes to your wedding and says, this looks like a Pinterest pic, you did it.
Yeah.
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 You
what
did
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I was sitting there and I remember sitting there after when they were talking and everything. I was just looking around. I was just like, this is what I asked for.
Nice.
You could look at the table, you would see the light. If you didn't see the lights on top, you could look at the mirror and the lights.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody was just, everything was good. Every chair was perfect. The lights, the flowers, the menus, the plates, the forks, the knives. Everything was just, the cups.
Immaculate.
Everything
Immaculate.
just made sense.
Correct
The
word.
flooring, I don't know.
Immaculate.
My favorite thing also was the flooring,
Yeah.
which it said the Obies and it had our date.
Yes.
It matched. Everything matched.
Yeah.
It just all made
It
sense.
made sense.
It made
Everything
sense.
flows.
It made sense.
I was really happy about that. But I was really happy that I got the opportunity to have a demo because, again, most of the times when you're planning a wedding and stuff, you don't think, oh, they're going to show me how my wedding's going to look like.
Mhm.
You just pick it and just go based off of that.
Mhm.
But because I had the demo, I was like, after that, I was like, oh, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
You do whatever. I was like, the
Yeah.
wedding's going to be fine. The
Yeah.
wedding's going to be good. And I was like, okay, they can actually do it. And I remember looking up, and I think I cried because I was just like, okay, they get it.
Right.
It didn't look.
Yeah, because we could have said, "Oh, we'll do the ceiling decor," and then you show up on your wedding day and everything is like
Exactly.
3 feet apart.
There's like
But-
only 100 strings up there.
Exactly.
What's going on?
But we literally measured everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
1 foot apart.
Yeah.
And we
stood
talked
there
about
with
And
the-
we
the-
have
the measuring
behind
tape.
the scene
Yeah,
footage
we'll
of
probably roll some of the
him
video
and I,
over
like
while
Yosh
we're
was on one
talking.
side, I was on the other
Yeah.
side, and we were going through
Yeah.
Yeah.
like with measurement tape, like
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know if you remember, like, because we was also contracting another vendor to possibly do the lights. And
Right.
They asked, okay, how many lights are they doing, feet, and all that.
Mhm.
I was like, oh yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, not even
You know?
close.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
And I spoke to
yeah,
him
you.
too. Yeah.
We actually, I think.
Oh, we had a
Yeah.
Twitter call. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So-
Yeah.
They were dealing with that.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
I was just living the.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
know.
talk about
Girl
that. That's
life.
good.
I didn't know what
Yeah.
was happening.
I think
Yeah,
your
so, but-
your part was table setting,
Yeah.
making
It was
sure
just
everybody.
make- Honestly, my main goal was just make sure it looks nice.
Yeah, make sure it looks nice.
But he
Take-
was honestly. Hey,
that
if you
string
have a
light
groom-
was your thing.
That's-
That was your
I was
moment.
Gonna take that. And that
no.
and the sparklers. That's
That,
it.
there was a
That's
time
it.
that I said, babe, you know what? Let's just take the not sparklers, the lights out.
And we're
Uh-huh.
like, hell no.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. Yeah, he was like, no, I'm
That
doing
was-
it.
We could have. I was gonna take out the chairs.
Right.
I was gonna leave. I was gonna leave the lights and take out the chairs.
Yeah.
But then we were gonna have to go
We're
to
gonna use-
silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
I
didn't make
care.
sense.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
It didn't
I
make
didn't-
sense.
We could have.
Those
But
lights were not leaving.
My thing is having a partner who actually cares
Yeah.
made the process so easy. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't stressed out the whole time. Like
Yeah.
having
Right.
a groom that actually cares about what's gonna happen at the wedding
Mhm.
made it so easy. He was like, babe, no, I want to like the. He picked the. Didn't you pick the chairs?
I think you picked the chairs actually.
Yeah.
Well, because we were share picking chairs.
Yeah.
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 Like he was just really big on. Honestly, the lights made our wedding. And honestly, because of him pushing for it, if I could go, if those lights were out of our wedding, I mean,
If it was out, because you picked everything else. If it was out, we would have still had an amazing wedding.
Correct.
amazing, but it wasn't like. Oh.
But
You're
But
right.
it
It was
wouldn't
we
have
would
had
have been
that-
there.
It was
that-
the topic
like,
of conversation.
Correct.
Yes.
It was the focal.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So-
So I'm really happy that we did that. I'm happy that I had my husband there just to push through, say, babe, no, let's do this. It's okay. Let's just do it. And I was like,
Right.
all right, let's do it. However much money it costs, but it was
That was worth.
it.
That was definitely worth it.
Yes.
I feel like bang for the buck
100%.
on every item. That was the best bang for the buck.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite part of the whole
Yeah.
wedding. It was a centerpiece. Of
Can
our
I
wedding.
tell you my favorite part?
What?
I don't know what you're gonna say. So don't look at me. I'm like, I'm in suspense too. I was like,
What?
okay, let's hear it.
My favorite part is, because we had to go home and get dressed. We live in Sugarland. It wasn't too far. Maybe
Yeah,
20,
30 minutes.
30
Oh,
minutes
Sugarland?
from,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, y'all live right by
Yeah.
me.
We in Riverstone. So,
Oh, y'all live in Riverstone?
Oh,
That's why H should be on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Cut that. Oh, y'all live
Yeah.
like 5 minutes from. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
but so we literally stayed to the very end. We wanted to also make sure, because we're moving few flowers from the ceremony to the reception.
Oh, y'all did that?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know.
Yeah, like, so we like, our whole team was there. Like,
Yeah, when
So-
you guys got into the Rolls Royce, I think I was there to pick up the flowers.
yeah,
And then you rode with
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So
to,
we flipped it.
yeah, so we were, all that was going on behind the scene. And then we're like, Yosh and I was like, okay, look, we tired, but let's just go home, change, because they're
Yeah.
gonna, at least let them see our face
For sure.
in
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
clothing.
Yeah.
So we went and we came back, and that was surely right before you were having your speech.
Mhm.
Oh, for his drink.
And
Yeah.
that was one of my most favorite part
Awesome.
of a wedding.
Awesome.
When you were talking about, because again, we love love, and Yosh and I got married when we were like in our 20, 25, 26 years,
Mhm. Yeah.
like in age.
Yeah.
And I'm still in love with him,
Awesome.
you know? And
Aw.
it's
So play the
just,
song. I'm still in love.
really? Really? Okay.
Okay.
Calm down.
Hey, like
No,
that.
so I just love that, but it just like, I almost felt like when we walk into the room, you guys sparked, like, that love is still alive.
For sure.
It's still there.
Yeah.
In marriages, in love, in weddings, it's still there, and it's nothing more important than growth. And I still have that drink in our refrigerator.
Awesome.
We do.
Awesome.
We took one,
Yeah.
and it's still in our refrigerator.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait to.
I would love to have more, actually.
For sure. And I'll let you guys know.
But yes,
Yeah.
like we want to see the growth.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've done so many different weddings, young weddings. Like now they have a daughter or two children, or you know, we had an older marriage couple that just recently opened a barbecue joint in Sugarland, and they called us to go and do the grand opening. Like we love.
And it wasn't anything major, but
yes,
you know,
but
like,
we
for
love
sure.
seeing that and being part of that.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that was like a boom to that wedding.
Yeah.
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 That was like,
That was the
Yeah.
purpose of it.
and
yeah.
I kept sitting there and I kept telling you, I was like, I'm just so proud.
Mhm.
Like, these are people,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
everyday people, that a husband is making moves.
Yeah.
people
Got
that
to.
are going places.
You have to.
Yes.
As they
And that's
say.
And
another thing
the
I love.
levels are leveling.
Yeah.
Flavor said levels.
You know?
Levels upon levels.
Sorry.
He's literally.
That was our intro. That was our intro song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, like that was honestly, aside from what we did, that was my biggest highlight of the evening.
That's
Was
interesting.
and I remember you holding that can up.
Oh yeah.
You,
My biggest cheerleader right here.
yes.
Yeah, if you look back at the
And
video,
she
I'm
was
this.
like, yeah, she was
Shut
like,
that
I think I
and
probably
I
took a
was in
video
the
of that
corner
too.
right there, and I was like,
remember.
that's right.
Yep. Yep.
He works
You
so
back
hard
it
on
all the way
Yeah.
up.
My
Yes.
biggest supporter right here.
He
so.
works so hard on
Definitely.
it,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be.
And
his
so I would love to show Royal Luxury, all
sure.
our family,
For sure.
the drink,
Yep.
because like I said, I have it in my refrigerator. I would like more.
For sure. I'll bring you a case.
Yes.
I'll bring you a case.
Yeah, I would like more. I would like to have it in the showroom.
For sure.
I would like to be able to give it out.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you know, we service not only African like we are, but we service, you know, the Arabs, we service, you know,
Hispanics drink more too.
Hispanics.
Yeah.
You know, we service so many different cultures, and
sure.
I would love to have it for them to taste it, because we offer them wine, we offer them champagne, we offer them water,
Yeah.
and we want to be able to put everything there. But what a special feeling it is that you are drinking something that our bride and groom
Yeah.
has created.
One of the royals.
Keep it in the royal
Yeah,
family,
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Facts.
you know. So that was my
Yeah.
biggest highlight.
Cool.
Oh, that's
glad
nice.
you
That was my
Thank
biggest
you.
highlight.
That's
Look,
great.
we were like,
Yeah.
what's the highlight? Like, what was it?
No, that was my biggest highlight.
So-
I felt so proud, and I was just like, this is only the beginning for you guys.
No, it is.
Like, I can't wait
Yeah.
to see
Alright. Well, encourage
The
the Royals,
greatest things.
the
Yes.
future Royals.
the future royal. Look, love is love. We love love. We want more love.
Okay.
You guys also inspire Yosh and I as a marriage couple, as parents to our beautiful 4 children, and you know, business owners together. And you know, the funny thing is, a lot of people always ask, how do you guys work together? Do you guys, you know, I love working with Yosh, and I love going home with Yosh,
Yeah.
and I love being a mom and a wife with him. And love is love. You
Love is love.
cannot take away from that. You know, it's love or nothing, and love conquers all. And we are here to love on you, to bring you love, and to bring love to all your events,
For sure.
at every event that we do. So
Hey.
let's love win.
And you pour a lot of love into every event.
For
Yes,
sure. Yeah.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let love win.
All right. Thank you, Peter and Abimbola.
Yes, thank you, Peter and Abimbola, for
Thank you
coming.
Thank you very much. Yes.
We love y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.